let's just go and look at the cameras now.
Yeah.
Come on. Menu. There, I get into here. So there's a whole bunch of shooting menus and stuff like that. The ones you really have to worry about are usually in the beginning. On the Canon, they're labeled across the top. Nikon, they're labeled down here. So if we're shooting stills, there's obviously a picture of a camera there. Storage folder, don't worry about the naming and all this stuff. It will normally be set up particular to the camera. I try and encourage the photo cage staff to reset each camera, but you can reset it if you want. Go down to always to the bottom of some menu. There's going to be a reset in there somewhere. But be aware that somebody else has taken this camera out before and may have set it up differently. So you have to go in and check this every time. This one's here. The ones that are really important are image quality, which I'll tap on here. And this is where we set up the camera to record the best possible images. You can see there's a whole bunch of RAW files there, and there's JPEG. JPEG only, and you go down further, the JPEG only. Okay, so we want to really be shooting just RAW, and that gives us the RAW uncompressed, and we'll shut that later. So that is the largest file quality that the camera can take, and get you all the information you need, and know the file's as large as it can go, and it's no loss of quality at all. If for the first assignment, if you go to RAW JPEG fine, that means it's going to shoot a RAW file and a JPEG file. We're going to use the RAW file. So let's just set this up properly. Oh, got to go back. So you'll have to make yourself familiar with each camera that you pick up. What I suggest is you get used to a certain camera and request for it, so you don't have to relearn this for every camera. Next thing is image size. Let's go to image size. Click. RAW or the JPEG, we want large. If we're going to shoot JPEG. On the RAW side, we can choose large, medium, or small. Why would you go small? You always want to go large. So biggest quality size possible. The only reason you go for a smaller file is if you have only a small card in terms of memory size, and you want to shoot a lot of pictures. White balance. Okay, white balance, you can put it on auto. When we're shooting RAW, that doesn't really matter. I have a tendency to keep my cameras set to daylight so that they can see the difference in the color of light on the back of the camera. But it really doesn't matter when you're shooting RAW because it kind of fixes itself later. There will be in the Canon or the Nikon, there'll be something either color space or color output. And this is where we set how much color the camera can see. We want to set the largest possible. sRGB is standard. It's much smaller, less S standard, smaller, that smaller. So it's a reduction in quality. Adobe RGB is a bigger color space. All of the cameras shoot to it roughly. I would suggest you leave it always in Adobe RGB. You don't want it to be smaller or not. You want to have the best quality possible. Yeah, everything else, all these settings really, as long as they're factory or somewhere close to factory, you can get away with them. You don't have to set focus mode, vibration reduction, multiple exposure. Hello, cat. The cat's saying what? Yes. Interval timing, shooting, all that stuff is really stuff. This is specific to this camera. If you're starting out with these cameras, don't worry about that stuff.